Hi guys, welcome back to the prediction show. I'm Elmo,
I'm Tuna, the biggest fish in the pond.
and so today we're going to be looking at our predictions for last week. We'll give out our awards for who we thought had the best goal, the best team, the best player, and the biggest gaff, and then we'll have a look at our predictions for next week's games. Before we go into it, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Please drop a like on this video. Leave some comments. Go and follow us on our socials, and please check out our other videos as well, where we talk about what happened last week for each game. So we'll start with the predictions for last week. So the first game we had Newcastle versus Chelsea. Chelsea won 2-0. I predicted 3-1, so I got 1 point.
I predicted 2-1 to Chelsea, so I got a point as well. The second game of the day was Aston Villa Brighton. Brighton winning 2-1. I had Aston Villa winning 1-0, so I got 0 points.
I had a perfect result, 2-1, so I got 3 points. Spurs versus Man City. Spurs won 2-0. I had 2-0, so another perfect result.
And another blank for me, I had 1-1, so no points in that one. Manchester United West Brom was the final game on Saturday. Finished 1-0 to Manchester United. I had 2-0, so I get my second point of the week.
And I had 3-0, so I got my 8th point of the week.
Yeah, just a little difference.
Fulham versus Everton. So Everton won this 3-2. I had 1-0 to Everton, so I got my 1 point.
I had 3-0 to Everton, so just a point. At least I got Everton's score bit right. Sheffield United West Ham finished 1-0 to West Ham. I had 3-0 West Ham, so another point for me.
I had 0-0, so this is where I stopped getting points. Leicester versus Arsenal finished 0-0. Again, I got this one wrong. I got 0 point. I predicted 4-1 to Leeds. Sorry.
So I think you mean Leeds Arsenal, not Leicester
Yeah.
Arsenal. But I had 3-2 to Leeds, so again, no points for me. Liverpool Leicester finished 3-0 to Liverpool. I went 4-1, so a point, even though I got the score difference right, but nothing for that in this game.
And I expected Leicester to do a lot better, and I had 3-2 to Leicester, so I got 0 point. Another 0 point for me. Burnley versus Crystal Palace finished 1-0 to Burnley. I had 3-0 to Crystal Palace.
I joined you on the nil with this one. I had 2-0 to Palace. And the final game was another blank. Wolves Southampton finished 1-1. I had 2-1 to Southampton.
And I had 2-0 to Southampton. Put me on 9 points for the weekend, which sadly was the first 5 games and then just blank straight after.
Yeah, I finished with 5. Average at best, shall we say.
So that puts the total score, me on 51 points and Tuna on 46. 5 points difference isn't much, but
It's the biggest gap we've had so far. But
yeah.
I'm confident I can come back from that.
I mean,
Still
all we
loads
need
of
is
football.
like a 9-5 win to you this week, and then you're just 1 point behind again. So
Yeah, I'd say there's loads of football still to be played, so there's definitely time for that to come back.
yeah. Next, we'll go on to the awards then. So if we take a look at who we thought did better or worse last week. So my player of the week was Calvert-Lewin. I kind of undernard who I wanted for this one, but Calvert-Lewin get another 2 goals.
Yeah, I'd say there was no particular standout player. Obviously, he was the only player that scored more than 1 goal this week. But I decided to give it to Jota this week for his goal and running Leicester ragged.
Yeah, fair.
On to the goal of the week. I have gone not with Fulham this time. I've gone with a Brighton player. I've given it to Solly March against Aston Villa.
Yeah,
It was just a fantastic finish.
I've gone for Solly March as well. It was a fantastic finish. There was a couple of goals this weekend. There was the Haller goal that could have got it as well. But yeah, Solly March stand out for me. My favourite team this weekend. My favourite team this weekend, which you'll be surprised about, is Liverpool.
So we one apiece giving it to each other's team then, because I gave it to United early this season. I went with Tottenham. I didn't give it to Liverpool. It's the third time either one of us has given it against City as well this season. So
It won't be the last time.
no, definitely not. And gaff of the week, I struggled again with this one. So I went with Pepe for his headbutt against Leeds, which really blew any chance Arsenal had of getting into this game.
Yeah. So I was gonna give it to against City again. Their keeper Edison just making far too many mistakes. But yeah, I went with Pepe as well. You know, there's no need for that in the football, no
No,
matter what happens.
you can't accidentally headbutt someone like that.
No, just a heat of the moment, and it needed to be a bit more professional with
Well, we actually agreed on 2 awards this week as
that.
well, so we've agreed on a lot more this season than I expected us to.
So then we'll have a look at next week's predictions then. So yeah, so I had a good win last weekend, but looking at our form, it usually goes I have a good week and then a bad week while you have the good week when I have the bad week. So, this is your chance to come back. None of us have looked at the predictions and wrote them down before, so we are doing it off the cuff right now.
Just
So,
realised I've scored 5 points for the last 5 weeks in a row. So I think I know what I'm going to get this week.
4. So
10.
we start off on Friday night with Amazon Prime Video, Crystal Palace versus Newcastle at 8 o'clock. I think for this one, I mean we already know that Zaha didn't play on Monday because he was um, tested positive. So I think for this one, I think they'll struggle again, and I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle.
Okay, again, no Sahar, no Wilson for Newcastle, so I'm going for 0-0 in this
That's a
game. Friday
fair
night
shout.
game as well, so
Yeah. The first game on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff on BT Sport is Brighton versus Liverpool.
yeah, obviously Liverpool playing Wednesday night in the Champions League, but Brighton don't have, in my opinion, their best player Lamptey through suspension, so I'm going 2-0 to Liverpool.
Fair. I think, yeah, I think I'm going to go 3-1 to Liverpool in this game. Um, you know, you've got the attacking prowess. Brighton are just being unlucky. They might have a good game, but they still might lose again, which is their current form at the moment. 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday on BT Sport is Man City versus Burnley. Two clubs that really need points. I'm going to go for a shock one, and I'm going to go 1-0 to Burnley.
See, I had 2 results in mind, and one of them was 1-0 to Burnley, and the other one is 4-0 to City, and I'm going to go with a 4-0 victory
Really?
for City.
Okay, okay.
I mean, again, I'm sacrificing my own points so City lose. I
um,
want City to go down.
our 5 kickoff on Sky Sports is Everton versus Leeds United.
This is a tough one.
Hmm.
Oh, Leeds normally get a lot of goals. Everton normally get a lot of goals or concede a lot of goals. I'm going to go 2-2. Okay, I'm going for 2 or draw.
See, I don't like doing this at all. I really don't. I'm going to go 2-2. Um,
I don't know.
yeah, so I was going to. I really didn't know, so I was like umming and ahhing. Who'd Leeds should have scored more at the weekend, but they didn't. Everton looking for some wins. I think this could be a tough one. So yeah, I had 2-2 in my head. As soon as you said two, I'm like, please don't pick 2-2.
I almost went 3-2, but I didn't know who to, so I went 2-2 instead.
I know we've had the same prediction before, but I think this is the first time we've both predicted a draw at the same time, and
I think so, yeah.
especially the same score for the draw as well.
Yeah.
So the last game on Saturday at 8 o'clock kickoff on Sky Sports is West Brom versus Sheffield United. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win to West Brom.
Okay, I mean, you did say you wasn't going to predict Sheffield United, so
Hmm.
I cannot believe I'm doing this. But I'm going for a second 0-0 this week.
Wow, that's three
It's a game I'm
draws.
not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to that game at all.
Yeah, I think I'll take up knitting instead.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to purposely work late that day.
so Sunday, we've only got 3 games on Sunday, and the first kickoff is at 2 o'clock, so no early kickoff on Sunday. On Sky Sports is Southampton versus Manchester United.
I Again, can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going for another draw, and I'm going 1-1.
Okay. Um, I'm going to go 2-0 to Man United. Um, they keep letting me down when I put them scoring a few goals. They let me down when I bet against them. So, yeah, Southampton's, they've got a good team. They're looking well. I want Man United to get some points, so I'm just going to go with them. The big game of the weekend for me, I always call out big games, and they usually fail. 4:30 on Sunday on Sky Sports is Chelsea versus Tottenham. Mourinho versus Lampard.
Yeah, obviously Mourinho going back to his former stomping ground.
This
Am
is
I
a
really about to do this?
this is a
Am I
tough one.
really about to do this? I'm about to do this. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 4. I've locked that in. That's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna go 3-1 to Spurs. I was I don't think Chelsea's got enough in them at the moment to beat Spurs. Spurs are on good form. They're looking good, so I think they'll score a couple of goals. Yeah, I ain't got much faith in Chelsea doing much at the moment. Not against Spurs anyway. 7:15 kickoff on Sunday on Sky Sports is Arsenal versus Wolves.
Another
I'm
interesting game.
I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win to Wolves.
I also have Arsenal scoring 1, but I have Wolves scoring 3. 3-1 Wolves.
Okay. I mean, Arsenal need the wins, and Wolves kind of haven't had a bad season, bad start, so that's not bad. Monday night, 5:30 on Sky Sports. Leicester versus Fulham. Leicester need to bounce back after last week. Fulham just need to bounce full stop.
Again, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh god.
Leicester 5, Fulham 1.
I thought you were going to go opposite there. I thought you were going to go for a Fulham win.
Leicester 5-1 victory, and I think Vardy's going to get them all.
Okay. I'm not predicting that many goals, and I'm going to go 2-0 to Leicester.
I think Fulham are going to score a penalty, by the way.
Nah. That's why I'm putting 2-0.
Too far.
That's why I put 2-0 because Fulham's got 2 penalties. And then the final game of the weekend on Monday is 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock on Sky Sports. West Ham versus Aston Villa.
God, this is another one I don't know.
I've also just realised as well, you predicted 5-1 on the Monday night 5:30 kickoff.
Yep. Total faith. What do I do in this game? Can't do it. Can I do it? I'm going to do it. 0-0. I have 3 0-0s predicted this week.
You have 5 draws as well, don't you? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go 1-0 to West Ham. I think West Ham will just do a bit better than Villa. Villa's on a bad run of form. West Ham's got enough in them to get a goal against Villa. So I mean, 5 draws. That's
3 0-0s, but still got 27 goals predicted. So...
I mean, I'm sure the stat that you've mentioned in one of the other videos is that we've only had 3 0-0s since the start of the season.
we don't have many 0-0s, and we don't particularly get that many draws.
So you've gone for 3 0-0s that we don't get many of this season and 5 draws.
But we're also not getting many goals lately, and I've gone for a few big wins, so I have to balance it out somewhere.
So you're 5 points behind and you've made them predictions. Are you sure you don't want to change any right now?
10 out of 10 perfect score this week. I'm not changing no predictions, they're staying as they are.
I also want to point out as well, just to rub salt into the wounds, that it's been 1, 2, 3, 4. It's been 5 weeks since you've had a correct score.
Been 49 games, I'm aware of this record.
I just wanted to keep rubbing it in.
I'm not counting or anything, but this week, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
That means you're getting a perfect score this week, so...
Right. Thanks for joining us, guys. Check back with us next week to see how we did on our predictions and also how we predict the week after. Also, check out the videos where we talk about last week's games, and look out for our videos next week where we talk about what happened over the weekend. Check us on our socials. Subscribe to us, like and follow, comment. Speak to us at the weekend. Add us on Twitter and talk to us on Twitter. We put polls on there for the games that are playing, so you can predict who you think's going to win. Put some comments on there. We will interact with you. We will respond. We'll respond to any YouTube comments. If you are a referee and you have watched some of our videos and you want to come on and have your say on some of the things that we've spoke about, some of the VAR decisions and things like that, Tuna, a referee himself, by all means come and gang upon me. I'll tell you that you're wrong, because I obviously know the laws better than you.
Likewise, if you're a striker, you want to let me know. If you're a dirty cheat, let us know. Like I say, I'll keep you purely anonymous.
There is going to be some Football Manager videos. Football Manager 2021 has just come out. So there will be some of those videos coming. There'll also be some other football-related videos coming to this channel. So please subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications. If you've got any ideas or anything you want to see, please let us know. And I'll catch you next week.
Be safe.